right there is the plant that I work at. It is since 1927, it has been the largest employer in this area. Very common story. I mean, a megalithic corporation. It was Cabot Machinery originally. They built pump jacks, and then over the years they've made several different things there. But the product they make now is mobile drilling rigs, and because of their obstinance about not getting into anything else, they've put their neck in the noose of the oil and gas crash. And so as a matter of fact, you see a mobile rig standing up right there. That's the last rig order we have right there. So I don't know what'll happen or when it'll close, but it's not good either way. It was the largest employer. There's a few other plants, but nothing that size. And as a matter of fact, right over there is a so I can get a picture of it. That right there is that's a methanol plant that they just built. From what I hear, it only employs 40 people compared to the 1,500 that plant that I work at did. Now it's congealed down to worse than a skeleton crew. It's less than 100 people, and very dangerous to work at now because of all the big machinery. When I leave, there won't be any qualified maintenance people. So it's just time to get out while I still have all my fingers and toes, and I have something to sell my next employer. This area is very remote, relatively remote anyway. And one thing I wanted to be transparent about is another advantage that I have is the fact that I have 3 vehicles that have no payment. I have a mortgage, yes, which means I also have taxes and insurance. That just is, it's a fact of life. Everybody has one. Either you pay rent or you pay a mortgage. I have a mortgage, but thank God that I have these vehicles with no payment, and I'm not even going to BS nobody. I'd be sweating bullets if I had a $800 a month truck payment, and it's only by literally the grace of God that I don't. So that's another advantage. If you can get your vehicle paid off before something like this happens to you, get it paid off, get credit cards paid off. I don't have any credit card debt. And yes, you have to do without some things to get that done. But that's how it should be, is how it should have been all along. This credit explosion that we had in the last 20 years is what's put this country in the shape it's in now. Not just the private individuals, but nations. I'm not going to sit here and preach about that. There's a bottomless pit of videos on YouTube about that subject. My subject is how my life is unraveling because of this, and hopefully it'll stabilize. But I'm not naive enough to know that it's going to be extremely difficult. And for this area, the pay for non-skilled labor is an abomination. I'm a licensed electrician, and I know that I may not work in that trade again. Just because of how bad it is. This BS about 5% unemployment is just your typical bald-faced government lie. And so when you go out, the first thing you're going to realize once something like this happens to you is how much the government's been lying about the unemployment rate. I personally think it's 4 times that, but I'm not going to sit here and bandy that back and forth. The proof is in how hard it is to find a job. So we'll go on and make entries along the way.